Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here with your boy Otto and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is his ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give at school is a tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Otto's going to come home with his very own training collar, and Rich is going to be teaching you how to use that tomorrow during your follow-up training session. Now he's sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is one of your biggest problems because he is so big and strong, and heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Otto, heel.
Otto, heel.
Now at this point Otto has a job to do, and that is to stay even with Rich's left leg when walking, not dragging you down the street, acting like a gentleman. And Rich and Otto have been on long walks in the neighborhood together, so it's not just back here in the training area that he's doing this, but he's doing this when he's out in public. Each time that you stop your feet, he's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. Rich has become very fond of your boy. He's hard not to love. Now this is the sit-stay command. So with your dog seated, you take your left flat of your palm and the one-word command to stay. The long sit-stay when you're practicing at home is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes. This helps to develop self-control and maturity, and you should practice it indoors as well as outdoors. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him as an additional distraction, and Otto should wait for his next command, which he did. Walking very nicely. We have found that when he gets too happy or excited, that is when he's the most difficult to handle. So when you're working with him, keep your tone kind of monotone. Don't amp him up. Not too much praise. In fact, I would say in the beginning, no praise. So you make him hold these exercises because it helps to develop a self-control. Practice right in your living room. This time, instead of returning back to him, Rich will call him. He's supposed to come right in front and sit, and he did that perfectly. Then he gets up and returns back to heel position and back sitting. He's done a great job. He really has. He's a lot of dog. It's a lot to love there. He loses his energy. He doesn't have a lot of stamina, so we would practice with him more and make sure that he's getting a lot of exercise. He's a little bit chubby for his height. And again, Rich will use the come command. And you're going to notice that a good obedience workout tires him out pretty quickly. So he'll go inside and sleep. Now the next command that we're going to be demonstrating for you is the down from a heel position. So with your dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm and push it straight down toward the ground in front of his face, and the one-word command to down and stay. The long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 to 5 minutes. And you can tell that Rich, just by the look on his face, will know if he's getting ready to get up. And so he'll tell him no before he's actually broken the command. When Rich returns back to him, he walks all the way around him. That's an additional distraction. Back to heel. And he expects to get another command. And you can tell that he knows what's coming because the tail starts going. I know that the first couple minutes tomorrow are going to be crazy. He's going to be so excited. But we let them work that out, and then we'll work with you. So we make sure that you have control of him. Oh my goodness, what is this? He's going to stand on his head.
Down, stay.
Now that's the other thing. He's so easy to laugh at, and he is a clown. But when you're working him in obedience, you have to stay strong with him and tell him no. Get him up out of it and make him down, if that's what you're telling him to do. You can also mix up your exercises. Rich is going to call him out of this. And then he goes back to heel. And they're going to demonstrate for us next and last the down from a distance. But you're going to see that with working with him for 6 or 7 minutes, put your video on, work with him, you're going to tire him out. Rich is going to leave him in a sit-stay. He walks out to the end of the training leash to face the dog. He uses his right hand to give the command and the one-word command to down. And that's your down from a distance. So I think he's done a really, really good video. We have enjoyed having him. He's demonstrated all of the formal on-leash obedience commands. We're going to be working with you tomorrow to make sure that he's doing all of these commands for you. We've enjoyed having him, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.